really bad.
Right now, an emergency landing in Madison. We're going to hear from a woman who's on board Flight 3 and make it 6 in a row as the Packers keep their win streak alive against Washington. Plus, lending a helping hand. We're going to catch up with a local group continuing to help refugees out in Fort McCoy. That's all coming up at 10. 190 people are okay after a plane made an emergency landing today in Madison. American Airlines Flight 3 was diverted to Dane County this afternoon after smoke was discovered in the cabin and the cockpit. The flight was en route from JFK in New York to Los Angeles. Tahalil Mahodine spoke with a woman on the plane who says she's just grateful to be alive.
That plane is staying in Madison for the time being until it can be inspected. As for those who are on board, they're safe but shaken up.
Nothing I can do. Like, you're on a plane, so where can you run to? Like, you're just confined.
After spending the day with her mom in New York, Barina Wilder caught an American airline flight.
It's nobody's fault. Like, it's not their fault.
Headed back to her home state of California.
It is a very traumatizing experience.
Like many, she fell asleep on her flight. But instead of a crying baby, Wilder was woken up by a weird smell.
When I woke up, I saw the smoke. It was like coming like from the bottom of the plane. It was like about 2 rows ahead of me. So I panicked, I got scared, and I ran to the back.
Rushing to find a flight attendant.
I didn't know what was going on. I just set fire, to get their attention.
She says the flight's crew was quick to respond.
Everybody started getting nervous, and it was just really bad.
But then the lights went out.
I heard them say, 1 down. I'm in panic mode. I'm like, I got to get back to California.
The only thing on her mind,
I'm never going to see my children again,
was her 2 kids.
Thank God the plane landed safely.
And everyone on board. 190 people to be exact. Landing safely in Madison, Wisconsin. Barina Wilder told me she's thankful to have made it through, but also wishes American Airlines would have offered more support to those on board after the landing. Now, we reached out to that airline for a statement on today's emergency landing, but haven't heard back. They did reply to one man on Twitter who we confirmed was on the plane, saying, "Safety will always be Americans' top concern. Our teams will take excellent care of you and have you on your way again as soon as we can." They were scheduled to take off for LAX tonight at 7:30 Central.
Well, it's going to be cool with some showers to start the work week. Austin's outside with the weather and has your certified most accurate forecast.
And you guys had to stick me outside here tonight. No, I'm playing. It's all part of the job. It's going to get a lot colder out here in the next few weeks and months. It is. It really doesn't feel too great here. But again, once you put it in perspective with how cold it's going to come over the next few months, it's really not terrible. 44 degrees outside, quite a bit of some rainfall. And I'm finding myself holding on to this umbrella quite handily here right now because the wind speeds, a northeasterly breeze of about 13 miles per hour, but we're seeing gusts of around 30 to possibly even 40 miles per hour for tonight. But taking a look at our Doppler track, more of that rainfall is on the way here for tonight. Thankfully, most of it's on the lighter side of things. We're generally looking at light to moderate rain showers, and we're currently right in between that here in Madison. But it does look like more rain again on the way for tonight. Current temperatures in the mid-40s, and they're really just not going to move over the next few hours. Cloud cover overhead really acting like a good blanket here for tonight, but the wind speeds, between around 10 and 20 miles per hour for most of us. Monroe up to 24 miles per hour. So it's a breezy night. It's going to be a breezy day for tomorrow as well, but the low temperature of only about 44 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies, more rainfall, but when are we going to dry things out? I'll have a look at that coming up a little bit later on.
Austin, you are the best in the biz for sticking it out with that. Thank you so much. And even as it cools down, don't try ice fishing just yet. This picture comes from Barron County, where the sheriff's department says a truck and ice fishing house ended up in the water last night. Deputies say alcohol, well, not shockingly, was involved in this incident. The Packers were blown out all the way back in week 1, but since then they've been perfect. Sports anchor Jordan Reed joins us now with the highlights from another Packers victory.
Well, they're also rolling out new retro uni, and with another Packers win, you could say that the all-green proved to be a good luck charm this afternoon for Green Bay as they face the Washington football team. Now, it's a tie game heading into the second quarter, but Aaron Rodgers and company not going to keep it that way heading into halftime. Rodgers connects with Allen Lazard for the lead, but really stepping up today is Green Bay's defense. They shut down Washington anytime they get something going, especially in the red zone. Packers keep it perfect at home, win 24-10 before hitting the road in just a few days.
I told them We'll enjoy it, but you can't enjoy it too long because it's really like Wednesday in our world now. So you gotta turn the page pretty quickly. There's still a lot for us to improve upon moving forward, but it sure does feel good to be 6-1.
Well, there's no rest for the weary. The Packers are turning their focus to the showdown on Thursday night, where they will play the undefeated Arizona Cardinals. Now we'll get to hear from Aaron Rodgers in just a few minutes in Main Sports.
Thanks so much, Jordan. New developments tonight in the deadly movie set shooting. The crew member who gave Alec Baldwin the gun was a subject of several prior safety complaints. Prop makers say they raised concerns about Assistant Director Dave Hall's behavior on set in 2019. Halls has not responded to the allegations. Baldwin fired the gun on Thursday, killing 42-year-old cinematographer Helena Hutchins. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is no longer looking for a person it says stabbed a deputy on Thursday night, but there's no new updates tonight on the investigation. The DOJ told us yesterday there's no longer danger to the public, but also didn't say if anyone was arrested. The stabbing happened at Fesky Park just outside of Cross Plains. The deputy who was stabbed later fired her weapon. She is recovering at home tonight from her injuries. We are looking ahead tomorrow when a Dane County judge will hear arguments after the Attorney General asked the court to intervene in the GOP-led review of the 2020 election. Here's what AG Josh Call told us yesterday.
Because the truth is, elections in Wisconsin were safe and secure, and the recent Legislative Audit Bureau investigation confirmed that. So we'll see what happens in the courts, and then based on what ruling we get, we'll proceed from there.
Tomorrow's hearing will only involve subpoenas issued to the state's election commission, but could impact mayors and local election officials around the state, including right here in Madison. Well, Twitter is suspending an Indiana congressman's official account. The site removed Republican Jim Banks' tweet this week about a transgender member of the Biden administration. This week, Dr. Rachel Levine became the first openly transgender four-star officer in the U.S. Banks responded saying the title of first female four-star officer gets taken by a man. Twitter says Banks' tweet violated its community guidelines. Staff at Facebook are also being told to brace for more bad headlines. The company's VP of Global Affairs told staff yesterday in a memo that tens of thousands of leaked documents will likely come out this week. This just weeks after a whistleblower revealed more about the company's role in the U.S. Capitol riots on January 6th and what Facebook knows about the dangers of its site. Well, President Biden is hoping his massive economic and climate package gets passed this week. Biden hosted a breakfast meeting with Senate Democrat Joe Manchin and Majority Leader Chuck Schumer this morning. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says Democrats are closing in on an agreement for Biden's spending bills. They have a deadline for passing it for next Sunday. Meanwhile, the White House is taking steps to resettle some 55,000 Afghan refugees. A new initiative will open more places for them to go by working with nonprofits and even Airbnb to help refugees find a home. Officials say the program will provide a safe welcome to the allies who served alongside the U.S. in Afghanistan. And a group in our community is still working to help out those refugees at Fort McCoy. We first featured the Madison-based sewing machine project last month when they started a fabric drive to get supplies to the fort. Nearly 2 months later, the group is preparing to load a U-Haul full of fabric to donate. Organizers say they've been expanding their outreach to church programs and have received incredible amounts of donations.
One morning I woke up and there were people from Minnesota and Milwaukee on my porch. The word just got out, and it seems like a lot of people have fabric that they'd love to give to a good cause.
The Sewing Machine Project is accepting donations for about 2 more weeks until November 5th. We have a link on how you can donate on our website. In vaccine news this week, the FDA will hold a public hearing to examine Pfizer's emergency use authorization into its shot for children. But there's still a lot of questions, and just a third of parents say that they're going to get their kids the vaccine once it does become available. You can be the first to know when that shot does get approved for kids by downloading our Channel 3000 News app. It's free and available in the App Store. Pop star Ed Sheeran has COVID. The British singer says he will do a virtual performance from his house while he self-isolates. The 4-time Grammy winner has a new album coming out on Friday. Sheeran is scheduled to be a musical guest on Saturday Night Live on November 6th. Well, some good news tonight. A wounded Kenosha County Sheriff's canine is getting a hero's welcome. Hundreds of people gathered in Kenosha to welcome Canine Riggs this afternoon. My goodness, those are some great shots there after he was actually shot in the head during an investigation on Thursday. Now, Riggs' handler says today was emotional, calling the canine a member of his family. The person who shot Riggs is still in the hospital. Well, Halloween's just a week away. After the break, meet a couple specializing in all things scary. Stay right with us.
Clean, safe, fun. I wanted it all when we needed daytime care for Mom. Oh, Grace's new adult day center is so nice. Now she goes twice a week while I'm at work and loves it.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Eligible customers get great offers from GM Financial Plus. No monthly payments for 120 days on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups and get $1,500 cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
He has his grandfather's smile,
her mother's eyes,
my cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease?
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Eligible customers get great offers from GM Financial Plus. No monthly payments for 120 days on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups and get $1,500 cash allowance. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
With Dad's arthritis, he struggles with housework and bathing, so I called A Grace. Yes, A Grace. With their age-at-home service, Dad gets the help he needs to stay independent at home.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Hi folks, Monday morning, a good pair of headphones can help you stay motivated during your workout. We're sharing Consumer Reports' top picks for sound and reliability.
And we are getting you out the door with the latest Surf Warn forecast. It's Monday morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
It isn't Halloween quite yet, but as Anna Hansen explains, you're going to have a tough time telling that to two store owners on Madison's west side.
For most people, Halloween is only one day on the calendar. For others, it's all year. Enter the Winslows. Since 2006, husband and wife team BJ and Eileen Winslow have owned Dapper Cadaver, a shop specializing in all things spooky.
Vampires, Frankensteins, scarecrows.
The original storefront was on Hollywood Boulevard in California, but this past year it found a new home on Madison's west side. Eileen, a Milwaukee native, says the community has been welcoming, and the crew who've signed on to help bring fantasy to life have been even better.
We really love the community here. We found some really great crew.
There were several people who moved from out of state to come work at Dapper Cadaver.
And if you've ever heard the phrase skeletons in the closet, well, they know a thing or two about that.
You know, some days, you know, you're making 250 hands, but, you know, the next day you're doing a dinosaur wedding.
At one point we had hundreds of tombstones in our garage.
The couple has been involved in some pretty high-profile projects, too.
We did a stunt dummy for James Bond. We've also been working with What We Do in the Shadows, as well as American Horror Story.
But beyond the screens, Dapper Cadaver also connects first responders and medical students with training dummies, using their skills at recreating living fantasy to help save lives in reality.
We do training supplies for first responders, medical institutions, police, fire, rescue. Oftentimes we will be recreating extremely realistic wounds.
Something Eileen says makes the work even more rewarding.
I feel very grateful to be able to both entertain people and also to help participate in saving people's lives.
In Madison, Anna Hansen, News 3 Now.
Dapper Cadaver is offering a special discount this week for people who live in Madison. You can learn more on our website, channel3000.com. The Henry Vilas Zoo is celebrating Halloween all month long. The zoo hosted a mascot parade this morning with the area mascots joining the zoo's Henry the Lion. The mascots paraded through the zoo, handing kids candy. The zoo is usually hosting a one-day Boo at the Zoo event, but planning a smaller event this year to stop the spread of COVID. Austin, I don't know if you're going to head out to Henry Vilas, but I know you got some weather in our forecast.
I just want to get that Minecraft Steve outfit that they had there and that footage right there. But I still need to get an outfit, actually, for Halloween. So I do need to do that here over the next few days. But also, I'm going to be dodging a few rain showers for the rest of tonight and tomorrow morning. But we do look to clear things out late in the day tomorrow. A possibility of some sunshine. And if we don't end up seeing that late Monday, Tuesday, we're going to see quite a bit of it returning. But the rain showers on their way here for Wednesday night and Thursday. Those are going to be those next big rain chances, and then we're really falling into a dry pattern afterwards. Live look outside, a little wet outside right now, and it's not going to dry things up tonight, but by the time we reach tomorrow morning, that's whenever we're looking good to go, and that's when we're expecting to clear out the last of these showers. Current look at our Doppler track right now, generally seeing light to moderate showers. We saw some even heavier downpours right around Prairie du Chien, Platteville, and Lone Rock, but those since have fallen off a little bit. We're really just looking at some lighter to even a few moderate showers. Taking a little bit of a step back, low pressure system currently sitting just down to our south and southwest. As it moves off to the east, it's going to continue to bring more rain for us. But we're actually not seeing the worst of this storm. The worst, unfortunately, is down south. Good for us because we're not seeing any strong to severe thunderstorms. But right around St. Louis, lots of strong to severe thunderstorms, and they also had plenty of, unfortunately, tornado warnings here earlier on in the night. And that tornado watch that they're seeing, that goes until 1 a.m. So we're seeing the showers way down south. They're seeing the strong to severe thunderstorms. So I think it's a little bit of a better situation here for us, but it does look like we're going to clear things out in the morning hours tomorrow. This model, earlier and earlier. It keeps on showing we're going to clear out these showers in the early morning hours, bringing some afternoon sunshine, which is great news. Other models, not so optimistic with the afternoon sunshine, so it's not a guarantee, but it does look like it's a pretty good shot right now. But then with those mostly clear skies Monday night into Tuesday morning, temperatures do fall right back down into the 30s. So we are going to really cool things right back down, but overall our temperatures really not going to make too many waves here over these next few days. Staying pretty steady here with the upper 40s and 50s for pretty much the entirety of this forecast. The next chance of showers again tomorrow morning. Some of them could linger around late in the day on Wednesday. There's a small chance to see a passing shower, but then Thursday, that looks to be our greatest chance as of right now. Come Friday, just a chance. Afterwards, we're looking at a lot of sunshine just in time there for Halloween. Mid-50s, some sunshine. Nighttime lows do fall into the upper 30s, so it's going to be a little chilly, but pretty average for this time of the year.
Yeah, I keep looking at that Sunday, that Halloween night. I mean, that has got to be pretty good for this time of year, you would think, right?
Yeah, we've seen snow on Halloween before in years past, so we'll take the dry conditions and no snow on the ground.
Yes, I'm sure a lot of parents that are going to be outside all night, too, are going to be pretty happy.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks so much, Austin. Next at 10, all month long, we are spotlighting Madison small business owners as a part of National Women's Small Business Month. Tonight, our Christina Lauria has a story of a local woman who you wouldn't suspect would become a big-time baker.
Among the sea of inspirational sayings, there's this one. Balance is a cookie in each hand. And that's the backbone of Annie Hermanson's business.
Fitness isn't one size fits all. And every now and then you just need a cookie.
Annie is a personal trainer who also loves baking.
When I start with a new client and they hear that I own a cookie company, they kind of look at me and they're like, really? Like, you're messing with me, right? But yeah, you can totally make anything fit into your lifestyle.
So for the past year, she's created a lifestyle that allows her to do both, training clients by day and filling bakery orders by night. Annie started the Como Cookie Company last spring, and these aren't your average cookies. Each weighs about half a pound, packed with flavor, and sometimes other cookies, too.
I will just go to any local grocery store and just wander up and down the aisles and like piece things together in my brain. I get a lot of weird looks for it because I'll be like in one aisle and then I'll be back 3 minutes later and then I'll come back a third time.
Annie rarely makes the same flavor twice, but recent combos include the Parent Trap, cookie dough with a peanut butter Oreo inside, and the Fallman Spice, a brown sugar cookie filled with pumpkin spice wafers and white chocolate chips. Just like her cookies, Annie has big plans for Como's future and her own.
That's like always been my dream since I was really little, is to just have my own bakery.
Next month, she'll get one step closer, moving into a bigger space inside Feed Kitchens, where she'll be able to offer brand new flavors every 2 weeks.
It's kind of like blending the two big loves that Madison has, like really novelty, interesting food and fitness.
Baking up balance. In Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
If you know a local small business owner we should feature in this series, we'd love to hear from you. We're going to continue sharing these stories through the end of the month. Well, perfect season is on the line for the Badgers women hockey team. We've got highlights of a top 2 showdown coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Herzing University empowers you to earn the skills you need for all kinds of healthcare careers. Right now, we'll even waive your enrollment fee. Your nation needs healthcare workers. Join the movement at Herzing University. Call or click today.
It's been over a year, and I was tired of hearing about COVID. I wasn't vaccinated, and I didn't always wear a mask when I should. I thought if I ever did get COVID, I'd be fine. I was wrong. Over the summer, COVID put me in the hospital for over a month. I faced the reality I might die, but luckily, I survived. I made the mistake, but you don't have to. The vaccine is safe, effective, and free. Please don't wait. Vaccinate.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the SUV of the future for everyone. Ford Explorer, America's best-selling SUV, with available seating for up to 7 passengers and available terrain management system. Because the SUV of the future isn't built for a few. It's built for America. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now lease an Explorer XLT for just $389 a month, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Celebrating 40 years of winners and readers. It's Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Taste Party. Monday, November 15th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Edgewater. Sample food and drinks, enjoy music, and meet some of this year's winners. It's Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Taste Party. Monday, November 15th at the Edgewater. Tickets are online now. Presenting sponsor, Willersheim Winery and Distillery. And supporting sponsors, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and Beef Butter Barbecue.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
The Packers
just keep rolling, and there doesn't seem to be any signs of slowing them down, which is definitely a good thing considering the stretch they have ahead of them. But before we get to that, let's revisit this afternoon's matchup with the Washington football team. The Pack getting to work on both sides of the ball. Aaron Rodgers connecting with a trio of receivers today. But the name of this game is defense, specifically Green Bay's. Make it very difficult for Washington in the red zone. They go 0 for 4, which gives the Packers a chance to pull away and win their 6th straight. 24-10, the final from Lambeau Field. Rodgers completes 27 of his 35 passes for 274 yards, has 3 touchdowns, and as the team preps for Thursday Night Football with Arizona.
Real good football team on a short week on the road. It's going to be a great test for us. I feel good about where we're at, 6-1. Not many people would have expected this, maybe looking at our schedule starting the season. Definitely not after week 1. So I'm proud of our guys, the way we're playing, getting contributions from a lot of different guys.
The epic battle between number 1 and number 2 comes to a close at LeBron. The Badger women's hockey team set the tone on Saturday, taking game 1 against Ohio State. Now they're going for the sweep. Offense finds its rhythm in the first. Nicole Lamatia finds the back of the net for the lead, but the Buckeyes, they answer moments later, and that would be it for regulation. Both sides lock it down on defense to send this game to overtime. Wisconsin's second OT game this season, and just like last time, doesn't take long to light the lamp. Lamatia for the go-ahead game winner. Badgers sweep the Buckeyes and keep their perfect season intact. They're now 10-0. Wisconsin football took care of business on the road this weekend, upsetting Purdue 30-13. Now, each phase put on a show, and for the offense, it's once again freshman Braylon Allen. For the 3rd straight week, the young running back racked up over 100 yards, and this game happened to be 140 with only 12 carries. He also finished the day with 2 touchdowns. He's finding success week in and week out, and a large part of that is learning and feeding off of Wisconsin's other dynamic player, Chaz Malusi.
A lot of it came throughout, like summer and camp and stuff like that, just kind of getting me acclimated to the college game and learning the position. But now, it's kind of just feeding off each other more than anything. It's, like I said, one of us is off the field, another one goes in, and we try to make sure that we get the job done.
What's crazy to me is that Braylon is only 17 years old. I still can't get over that. I know everyone talks about it. It's crazy.
And I think that's sometimes what a lot of people forget or whatever is because just the way he carries himself, and just the way that he has been performing. Everyone forgets how young he is and stuff. So it kind of shows that, like he can, he's just going to keep growing and he's just going to keep, improving. So it's going to be really entertaining to watch him over these next couple of years.
I was going to say, at 17, I don't think I was doing what Jordan, what Braylon is doing, but my goodness. Thank you so much, as always. And we're going to be right back after this with Austin's final weather forecast.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
A family in Chicago might be taking home the prize for best Halloween costume. They're showing off their son's look this weekend, and it's one movie buffs are definitely going to recognize. They built a model 1961 Ferrari GT California. Yes, just like the one in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They started the project for their son, who has cerebral palsy and uses a wheelchair, back in August. Everything about the car is accurate, and you guessed it, right down to that mileage. So cool.
That's
so
amazing.
Cool. Gosh, those are one of those good stories right there. My goodness.
Seriously, those parents are amazing people, I gotta say. That's just a beautiful story right there. Brings a tear to my eye.
I was gonna say, man,
and that's a tear. It's not rain from outside. So
yeah, you've been dealing with a lot of that.
Oh, we have been. We got more rain on the way here for tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, other words, and breezy conditions. It will stay a little breezy here for tomorrow as well, but we're gonna see some afternoon sunshine. Tuesday, quite a bit more sunshine as well.
And folks, that's all we have for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us.